Scientology subjects its members to security checks, using the e-meter as a lie detector to find any disagreements or criticisms they might have. These sect checks can even be gangbang style, in which a person is locked in a room, put on the meter, and multiple people interrogate him, scream accusations at him, and attempt to break him down to confess to criticisms he had. There's a lot of evidence of people who have been subjected to these terrible, infamous gangbang sect checks. For people who do criticize Scientology, Hubbard, Miscavige, etc., Scientology's intelligence or security personnel are instructed to find or manufacture evidence of their crimes. Scientologists and their agents have attempted several times to have me criminally prosecuted on manufactured evidence in the US, including with the FBI and even in Russia. Just as there are things in Scientology that may not be criticized, there are things that must be criticized. For example, psychiatry, media, the whole WOG world, and all WOGs. That's what Scientologists call us. Human beings. Human beings are WOGs, and Scientologists constitute a new evolved being, Homo novus, Homo Scientologicus, OTs clears. They believe that they are a truly different being from we mere WOGs. Anyone who leaves Scientology, these are things that must be criticized. You cannot say about someone who has left Scientology or left the Sea organization that they're good people. You must attack them, you must criticize them. All critics or SPs. If a Scientologist even grants credence to an SP, which could be as little as acknowledging that something about the SP or something the SP is saying is okay, the Scientologist can be declared an SP and made fair game. Being declared an SP is a terrifying experience for most Scientologists, and they will do almost anything to avoid it. I'm also reading a book by a Scientologist who has exited, Nancy Maney, and she describes going psychotic as a result of Scientology and the incredible things that she did to avoid being declared an SP. Signing documents which incriminate yourself, submitting, being incarcerated for months on end, and other terrible abuses. Scientologists, while inside, are terribly terrified of being declared SPs. The threat of being declared an SP is used constantly inside to control the members. Being declared an SP means that the person is disconnected from friends and family members who remain in good standing in Scientology. The cult denies that disconnection or fair game exists, but these are simply lies which to these practices' victims are very cruel. My wife, Caroline, was declared an SP for criticizing Scientology and Hubbard, and the cult's leadership disconnected her daughter from her, and she has not communicated to Caroline in over 8 years. Caroline was inside Scientology and a devoted member for 24 years. She paid over $60,000 and worked many years for slave wages. Yet the leadership would turn on her, black PR her, destroy her relationship with her only child, fair game her in the US, Canada, and even in Germany, just because she dared criticize the cult and its creator. Because I criticized Scientology and Hubbard, current cult head Miscavige has had me physically assaulted 6 times, spied on, sued 6 times, and relentlessly black PR'd. And many of you know who I am, but if you check out the internet, Gerry Armstrong, you can find a mountain of black propaganda on me. Scientology agents have run covert intelligence operations on me and my family, bankrupted me, broken into my car and stolen my possessions, caused trouble for me with my employers, and caused potential employers to not employ me. And this is a current situation in Canada. Employers simply are largely unwilling to become targets of this organization. And I feel like I have a duty to any potential employer to let them know that they will become a target. All these fair game actions have, of course, given me even more to criticize Scientology for. In fact, they have made criticizing Scientology even more necessary for my health, sanity, and safety, and the safety of my family and fellow SPs. And many of you know this as well through the manipulation of courts in the United States. The cult has an order against me which requires that I pay $50,000 in liquidated damages every time I speak about Scientology, even to say the word Scientology. There are also jail sentences awaiting me in California. And again, if I even say the word Scientology, they believe that they have a right to put me in jail. When everyone is free to criticize what in Scientology needs criticism, and when Scientologists are free to criticize and are no longer in fear of punishment if they criticize their organization's evils, then the war will be over. Then the Hamburg Working Group can declare mission accomplished, and we can all go off to other careers, crusades, or callings. Thank you.